Om Sai Ram, Chapter 45. Shri Sai Nathai Namaha, Kaka Saheb's Doubt and Anandrao's Vision. Wooden playing Baba's bad state and not Bhagat's. Preliminary. We have described in the last 3 chapters Baba's passing away. His physical or finite form has no doubt disappeared from our view, but the infinite or spiritual form ever lives. The Leelas which occurred during his lifetime have been dwelt upon at great length up till now. Ever since his passing away, fresh Leelas have taken place and are even now happening. This clearly shows that Baba is ever living and helping his devotees as before. The people who got the contact of Baba when he was living were indeed very fortunate, but if any of them did not get a dispassion for the things and enjoyments of the world and had not their minds turned to the Lord, it was surely their ill luck. What was then wanted and is now wanted is the wholehearted devotion to Baba. All our senses, organs, and mind should cooperate in worshipping and serving Baba. It is no use in engaging some organs in the worship and deflecting others. If a thing like worship or meditation is to be done, it ought to be done with all our mind and soul. The love that a chaste woman bears to her husband is sometimes compared to that which a disciple bears to his master, Guru. Yet the former falls far short of the latter, which is incomparable. No one, whether he be the father, mother, brother, or any other relation, comes to our aid in attaining the goal of life, that is self-realization. We have to chalk out and traverse the path of self-realization ourselves. We have to discriminate between the unreal and the real, renounce the things and enjoyments of this world, and the next control our senses and mind and aspire for liberation only. Instead of depending upon others, we should have full faith in ourselves. When we begin to practice discrimination, we come to know that the world is transient and unreal, and our passion for worldly things becomes less and less, and ultimately we get dispassion for non-attachment for them. Then we know that the Brahma, which is no other than our Guru, is the solo reality, and as it transcends and besets the seeming universe, we begin to worship it in all creatures. This is the unitive bhajan or worship. When we thus worship the Brahma or Guru wholeheartedly, we become one with him and attain self-realization. In short, always chanting the name of the Guru and meditating on him enables us to see him in all beings and confers eternal bliss on us. The following story will illustrate this. Kaka Saheb's doubt and Anandrao's vision. It is well known that Sai Baba had enjoined Kaka Saheb Dikshit to read daily 2 works of Shri Eknatha, Bhagavad and Bhavarth Ramayan. Kaka Saheb read these daily while Baba was living, and he followed the practice even after Baba's passing away. Once in Kaka Mahajani's house in Chowpatty, Bombay, Kaka Saheb was reading Eknathi Bhagavad in the morning. Madhav Rao Deshpande, Elias Shama, and Kaka Mahajani were then present and listened attentively to the portion read. The second chapter, 11th skand of the book. Therein the 9 Nathas or Siddhas of the Rishabh family, that is Kavi, Hari, Antariksha, Parbuddha, Pipalayan, Avirhotra, Dhrumil, Chamas and Karabhajan expounded the principles of Bhagavad Dharma to King Janak. The latter asked all the 9 Nathas most important questions, and each of them answered them satisfactorily. The first, that is, Kavi explained what is Bhagavad Dharma, Hari, the characteristics of Bhakta, Antariksha, what is Maya, Prabuddha, how to cross Maya, Pipalayan, what is Parabrahma, Avirhotra, what is Karma, Dhrumil, the incarnation of God and their deeds, Chamas, how a non-devotee fares after death, Karabhajan, the different modes of worship of God in different ages. The substance of all exposition was that in this Kali age, the only means of liberation was the remembrance of Hari's or Guru's feet. After the reading was over, Kaka Saheb said in a despondent tone to Madhavrao and others, how wonderful is the discourse of the 9 Nathas on bhakti or devotion, but at the same time how difficult it is to put it into practice. The Nathas were perfect, but is it possible for fools like us to attain the devotion as delineated by them? We won't get it even after several births. Then how are we to get salvation? It seems that there is no hope for us. Madhav Rao did not like this pessimistic attitude of Kaka Saheb. He said, it is a pity that one who by his good luck got such a jewel, Guru as Baba, should cry out so despairingly. If he has unwavering faith in Baba, why should he feel restless? The bhakti of the Nathas may be strong and wonderful, but it is not ours loving and affectionate. And has not Baba told us authoritatively that remembering and chanting Hari's and Guru's name confers salvation? Then where is the cause for fear and anxiety? Kaka Saheb was not satisfied with Madhav Rao's explanation. He continued to be anxious and restless the whole day, thinking and brooding over how to get the powerful bhakti of the Nathas. Next morning, the following miracle took place. One gentleman named Anandrao Pakhade came there in search of Madhav Rao. The reading of the Bhagavad was then going on. Mr. Pakhade sat near Madhav Rao and was whispering something to him. He was mentioning in low tone his dream vision. As there was some interruption in the reading by this whispering, Kaka Saheb stopped the reading and asked Madhav Rao what the matter was. The latter said, yesterday you expressed your doubt. Now here is the explanation of it. Here, Mr. Pakhade's vision which Baba gave him, explaining the characteristics of saving devotion and showing that devotion in the form of bow to or worship of Guru's feet is sufficient. All were anxious to hear the vision, especially Kaka Saheb. At their suggestion, Mr. Pakhade began to relate the vision as follows. I was standing in a deep sea in a waist deep water. There I saw Sai Baba all of a sudden. He was sitting on a beautiful throne studded with diamonds, with his feet in water. I was most pleased and satisfied with the form of Baba. The vision was so realistic that I never thought that it was a dream. Curiously, enough, Madhavrao was also standing there. He said to me feelingly, Anandrao, fall at Baba's feet. I rejoined, I also wish to do so, but his feet are in water. How can I place my head on them? I am helpless. Hearing this, he said to Baba, O Deva, take out your feet which are under water. Then Baba immediately took out his feet. I caught them without delay and bowed to them. On seeing this, Baba blessed me, saying, Go now, you will attain your welfare. There is no cause for fear and anxiety. He also added, Give a silk border dhotar to my Shama, you will profit thereby. In compliance with Baba's order, Mr. Pakhade brought the dhotar and requested Kaka Saheb to hand it over to Madhavrao. But the latter refused to accept it, saying that unless Baba gave a hint or suggestions for acceptance, he would not accept it. Then, after some discussion, Kaka Saheb decided to cast lots. It was the invariable practice of Kaka Saheb to cast lots in all dubious matters and to abide by the decision as shown by the picked up chit or lot. In this particular case, two chits, on one of which was written to accept and on another to reject, were placed at the feet of Baba's picture, and an infant was asked to pick one of them. The to accept chit was picked up and the dhotar was handed over to and accepted by Madhavrao. In this way, both Anandrao and Madhavrao were satisfied and Kaka Saheb's difficulty was solved. This story exhorts us to give respect to the words of the other saints, but at the same time asks us to have full faith in our mother, that is the Guru, and abide by his instructions. For he knows our welfare better than any other person. Carve out on your heart the following words of Baba. There are innumerable saints in this world, but our Father Guru is the Father, real Guru. Others might say many good things, but we should never forget our Guru's words. In short, love your Guru wholeheartedly, surrender to him completely, and prostrate yourselves before him reverentially, and then you will see that there is no sea of the mundane existence before you to cross. There is no darkness before the sun. Wooden plank, Baba's bedstead, and not Bhagat's. In his earlier days, Baba slept on a wooden plank, 4 arms in length and only a span in breadth, with panathes, earthen lamps, burning at the 4 corners. Later on, he broke the plank into pieces and threw it away. Once Baba was describing the greatness or importance of this plank to Kaka Saheb. Hearing this, the latter said to Baba, If you still love the wooden plank, I will again suspend or hang up one in the masjid again for you to sleep at ease. Baba replied, I won't like to sleep up, leaving Mahalsapati down on the ground. Then Kaka Saheb said, I will provide another plank for Mahalsapati. Baba, how can he sleep on the plank? It is not easy to sleep up on the plank. He who has many good qualities in him can do so. He who can sleep with his eyes wide open can effect that. When I go to sleep, I ask often Mahalsapati to sit by my side, place his head on my heart, and watch the chanting of the Lord's name there. And he finds me sleepy, wake me up. He can do even this. He himself gets drowsy and begins to nod his head. When I feel his hand heavy as a stone on my heart and cry out, Oh Bhagat, he moves and opens his eyes. How can he, who can sit and sleep well on the ground and whose asan is not steady, and who is a slave to sleep, sleep high up on a plank? On many other occasions, Baba said, out of love for his devotees. What, whether good or bad, is ours is with us, and what is another's is with him. Om Namo Shri Sai Nathai Nama. End of chapter 45. Bow to Shri Sai, peace be to all. Om Sai Ram.